Yo, people, how is it going? Welcome to my Premier League Matchday 34 predictions. Please like, share, and follow. Hello, Bognor Regis, West Sussex, UK, and the rest of the world. Starting on Saturday with Chelsea against Everton. Well, Everton recently at home have been doing good. Chelsea have been a bit shaky at home. And so I think Everton can, with their character and confidence for their home form, I think they can feel they can get a point at Stamford Bridge. If the Chelsea motto is like Arsenal, trust the process, then trust the process. But look, yeah, I think it's going to be 2-2 between Chelsea and Everton. On to the Amex for Brighton against West Ham. Look, my prediction for Brighton against Brentford was wrong, as I feared, because Brighton, when they don't play well, play like a championship side, and show Heaphster when they don't play well is out of his depth, as well as some of the players look at times look out of the level of the league. So hopefully they show they are going to show a bit of character and coming back and reaction against West Ham. Likewise with West Ham, however, of only drawing against Southampton. That's appalling from West Ham. But I think home advantage. Brighton have got to stop this what. Brighton have got to show a bit of character, because to me it feels like they haven't got the fight anymore, the appetite. They want to be already on summer break, and that the fans hoped for Europe, the players hoped for the season could just be finished now. And so I'm going to say Brighton will show for the fans. Brighton 2, West Ham 1. On to Newcastle against Ipswich. I think Newcastle are going to bring a mighty bounce back from that defeat to Aston Villa. Aston Villa showed what they're capable of. Newcastle showed that they might win the Carabao Cup, but they can still come unstuck and show their weak side, let's say. So yeah. But I think this game, Newcastle 5-1 against Ipswich, who will be, I think, down. If not this weekend, next weekend. Southampton against Fulham. Look, Fulham have got this in the bag. Southampton haven't got anything to fight for. They want to score a goal as it's at home to give the fans one of the last Cheerios of their Premier League campaign before preparing for life in the Championship. Fulham will score 3 goals. Southampton 1, Fulham 3. On to Wolves against Leicester. This could be 4-0 Wolves, because Leicester now will be so dejected and not care anymore because they are down. Very saying that, if you run the Premier League or got relegated, you should still fight for every game. But I think Wolves are going to win 2-0. 2-0 Wolves. On to Sunday, we've got Bournemouth against Manchester United. I think it's going to be a draw. I really do. Man United lost to Wolves. United want to bounce back. Bournemouth's recent form has been poor to the last game on last Monday. They won 1-0. That will give them a bit of confidence, and also the confidence of, okay, United's heroics against Lyon in the Europa League. That's the Europa League. This is the Premier League. 2-2. And on to Liverpool against Spurs. Surely this is the statement win that wraps up the Premier League title. Liverpool 3, Spurs 0 is my prediction. Liverpool will show them how to play football. And if they want to at the top level, and if Spurs want to be big and make all that noise, they've got to put the performances with it, because otherwise Spurs are very much Spurs, as proved this season. So yeah, 3-0 Liverpool. On to Nottingham Forest against Brentford. Look, Brentford showed character against Brighton. That was at Brentford. City Grinders are so much a hard place to go to and play. They're very good at home, Nottingham Forest. And yeah, Brighton had João Pedro sent off, which didn't help Brighton. But Brighton did pull it back to 3-2, João Pedro sent off. But Brentford showed Brentford showed character again after that. So yeah, no, they've got fight for sure, Brentford. They will score a goal. But my prediction for Monday Night Football is Nottingham Forest 3, Brentford 1. On to my predictions for the FA Cup semi-finals. Look, Crystal Palace are Wembley, obviously. But they're there for good reason, for good performances and consistency in the FA Cup. And they should have bit in the league that day as well. But I think Aston Villa, okay, they were knocked out of the Champions League by PSG. They've got to take so much of that second leg performance against PSG for the rest of the season. And I think they're going to win this. Got to say, Crystal Palace 1, Aston Villa 3. And on to the final prediction at Wembley. Okay, this is not City Ground, this is Wembley. But I think Nottingham Forest have to surely bring that quality, bring that level, bring that passion, bring that everything against the Man City side. They've had a poor season. Okay, they've won more at late. They've done better at late. But still, in any case. And guess what? 2-2. And after penalties, Nottingham Forest 4, Man City 3. It'll be an Aston Villa, Nottingham Forest FA Cup final. And Man City, probably the favourites to win it, will be out. What a upset, what a surprise, and what an interesting cup final it will be. Anyway, as we head towards the end of the season, I probably haven't had enough views locally, but not just locally, but from the UK in general. And it's frustrating, for sure. But I love getting views from all over the world at the same time. But yeah, please like, share and follow. And share around as much as possible. Because this is big. Because only once a season you get Premier League and FA Cup semi-finals. And it's that time of the season. With the summer coming up, with the World Club Championship and Women's Euros. Club World Cup, Women's Euros. What a big summer of football. Not as big as a summer if you had the Euros or the World Cup. But I think Women's Euros are still very big. In my opinion, I'll follow it, I'll watch it. So yeah. Anyway, for now, I'm out. Thanks, bye.